He wasn't born with a silver spoon. He wasn't a child prodigy. He didn't inherit billions. In fact, Jeff Bezos started his journey flipping burgers at McDonald's and sweeping grease off kitchen floors. That's right, the man who would one day become the richest person on earth began his career like any other teenager. Behind a fast food counter, wearing an apron, doing what needed to be done. But even back then, something about him was different. While others complained, Jeff observed. While others waited for life to happen, he quietly planned how he would shape it. Born in 1964 to a teenage mother and raised by a Cuban immigrant father who adopted him, Jeff's childhood was full of lessons. Not just from books, but from life. He wasn't rich in money, but he was wealthy in curiosity. Even as a child, he tore apart his crib with a screwdriver just to figure out how it worked. That little boy would grow up to tear down industries and rebuild them with one word: innovation. As a teen, Bezos spent his summers working at his grandfather's ranch, repairing windmills, castrating cattle, and learning the value of hard, dirty, honest work. And then there was McDonald's. While many remember their first job as a chore, Bezos treated his time at McDonald's as training. He once said the job taught him how to be fast, efficient, and handle pressure. All skills that would later help him manage one of the most complex companies in the world. He wasn't just flipping burgers. He was flipping his mindset. Jeff excelled in school, eventually landing at Princeton, one of the most prestigious universities in the world. There, he majored in computer science and electrical engineering, two choices that would become key to the future he would build. After graduation, Bezos could have chosen comfort. He worked at Wall Street firms, rose quickly, and earned a six-figure salary while still in his 20s. Most people would have stayed. Most people would have been satisfied. But Jeff wasn't most people. He had a mind that couldn't stop thinking about the future. In 1994, he stumbled across a mind-blowing statistic. Internet usage was growing at 2,300% per year. And in that moment, he made a decision that would change history. He walked away from his high-paying job, packed up a car with his wife, and drove across the country to Seattle. Why? To chase a dream. A crazy, risky, unpredictable dream. To sell books on the internet. He started in a garage with a door that wouldn't even close all the way. With a desk made from a wooden door and 2x4s. With servers overheating in the summer. With doubt coming from every direction. But Jeff didn't care. Because when you're obsessed with a vision, comfort doesn't matter. Approval doesn't matter. Only the mission matters. Amazon was born out of pure belief. 4 years, he reinvested every dollar back into the company. People mocked him. Just books. Online shopping is a fad. No one will ever trust the internet. But while the world laughed, Jeff kept building. Kept listening to customers. Kept evolving. He didn't want to be the richest man. He wanted to be the most customer-obsessed company in the world. That's why Amazon grew. Not because of luck. Not because of hype. But because Bezos was willing to play the long game. While others wanted fast profits, he wanted lasting change. And it wasn't easy. There were crashes, lawsuits, moments where everything was on the line. But Bezos never panicked. He stayed calm. He stayed focused. And he stayed relentless. He once said, "I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying." That one sentence, that mindset, is what separates the people who watch from the people who win. From books to electronics. From cloud computing to streaming. From groceries to rockets. Yes, rockets. Jeff took the billions he made from Amazon and poured them into his childhood dream, space. He founded Blue Origin, not to escape Earth, but to inspire humans to think bigger, reach further, and believe that no dream is too far when you're brave enough to chase it. Jeff Bezos didn't just build a company. He built an empire. But more than that, he built an example. An example for every kid working minimum wage. For every dreamer stuck in a 9-to-5. For every person who feels like their garage is too small, their resources too little, their dreams too big. He proved that your background doesn't define your ceiling. Your present doesn't predict your future. And your failure doesn't cancel your destiny. You see, Jeff Bezos was never just a tech genius or a smart businessman. He was a builder of belief, a leader of long-term thinking, a warrior against comfort zones. And what he teaches us is simple but powerful. Pushpin start small, think big. Pushpin don't chase money, chase meaning. Pushpin ignore critics, follow customers. Pushpin take risks, regret nothing. From flipping burgers to flipping industries, from a garage to the globe, from being laughed at to becoming a legend. This is the story of Jeff Bezos. And this can be the story of anyone brave enough to begin.